Hello, welcome back to March's Planning Mess. Let's get into my latest addition to the planner lineup for 2026. So what I have in front of you here is my 2025 Hobonichi Weeks, which is my health and fitness planner. No, my meal and fitness planner. And I have used it pretty faithfully. A lot of the data that I need to enter in for October and November, I have in my phone, and it's just going to take the time to transfer it over. But this has worked really well for me. I use this part the most when I'm tracking and logging my exercise. And then I have a lot of charts that I like to update in the back for different things like how much weight I'm lifting, etc. This is calculating my burn. This is showing a visual image of that. This is my trek along the Appalachian Trail, should all the steps I take be on the trail. Different graphs. I need to fill these in, but I've got all the data to do it. I just have not taken the time. Things like macros and weight, etc. So this has worked really well for me. And initially I went into my planning phase, and I decided I was going to use a different book. I was going to use a sterling ink and pardon me. I'm so sorry. My video system failed me. Okay, sorry. I decided to use the sterling ink N2 horizontal full year instead of the Hobonichi Weeks. The biggest reason being I am just really annoyed that for such a small planner we have to waste this space here with quotes. That's really the main and only reason why, but that was my reasoning why. Well, as time went and I kept rethinking and rescheduling and realigning my needs for the year, I decided to instead use this book for my financial planner. I want to carry it in my wallet, keep track of things on the go, and so I had the choice of getting another one of these or trying some other things that I had purchased. One of which being this is a weekly notebook by Paper Test Designs, and it's in the booklet form. You can get this as a planner. I did not realize there was a difference at the time because I probably would have gotten it as a planner. But anyway, this is the booklet version, and what I love about this is it has so many of these graphs that I like to create. In here, it has them already kind of set up for me, and so it takes some time out of my planning to just have them exist already. So, if I can get there. So this is what I have kind of set up for how I think next year will go. I did have a whole, this is an N1 Traveler's Notebook size. I did have a whole set of booklets set up to use for that purpose, for my health and fitness, because I couldn't quite fit everything into here. I mean, technically I could, but it was very cramped. But unfortunately, trying to pull this in and out of my gym bag, which is not a big bag, it is one of those kind of chest bags, fanny pack kind of things. It's bigger than the typical one that you see a lot of women using. And this fits, but barely. But the Traveler's Notebook that had all the other ones combined in there did not fit well. And so I decided that I was not going to use all those books. I am going to use this, but I am just going to use this for like this sort of tracking stuff because, like I said, it's already set up for me. And so some of the things I have outlined here, because I think this was outlined when I thought I was going to use this book for everything, will not stay here. So what was I going to do? So I had a couple options. The first one was to get another one of these to use, and the other was to get another Hobonichi Weeks, and I kind of caved, and the reasoning is I do like this a lot, but I do like the hard cover of the Hobonichi Weeks that this does not have. It's hard, but it's also a slim cover, and so that is what I ultimately did, and it didn't hurt that I found a design that I really liked and was kind of feeling sad that I hadn't gotten. So it just came in the mail today. I ordered it on Amazon rather than ordering from Hobonichi. I will not repeat that because, boy, it took weeks to arrive. I did get a free pencil board, though, so that's cool. The other one that I have, I'm not really a fan of, but I had ordered it on Amazon. It was one of the few that they had available. But yeah, I just love the look of this. Here's the little booklet that you get. Okay, so this I have to use. So I am not going to put everything in here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use the week section yet. In my other book, I use this size to put my meals, and I use this size to track all of my charts and things, which are now going to be in here. I'm also not really writing down my meals. I'm just using MyFitnessPal. It's kind of easier. So I may use this to just kind of track some things that happened in my workout, like maybe how I felt, any notes I want to take. I don't know. It's up in the air. I may go back to putting meals in here too. That's also an option. But as far as writing down the macros and tracking that sort of thing, I'm not going to do. What I'm going to put on here, I have no idea, because again, I'm doing everything from that in here. But what I love the this section of here, and I love all these blank pages I have in the back. So, you know, I have set up in here. I also like that this little notebook that I set up with some workouts in it can easily move from one to the other. So I'm definitely going to do all of these kind of logs that I have in the back section. Unless I can figure out a good way, I maybe will write them here and then the raw data here, and then transfer it, you know, over to something like this later. I don't know, but what I love about this is, okay, let's say I miss a couple weeks, which can happen if you're traveling or you're just doing something else that keeps you from going to the gym. It's a very quick reference. What was I doing on this weight the last time I did it? And I probably will need to reduce a little bit because I probably want to maintain my abilities. So I do like having it in this format. It is a little cramped this way, so since I'll have more pages to do it, and I like this Dutch door because I can still see what I'm looking at, what exercise I'm looking at without having to rewrite it every time, flipping through. So I may do that. Like this is the 3 different exercise sets that I do each week. So I may give each one its own spread like this, and I won't have to combine them together because I have so many pages. I don't know. I haven't totally decided on what I'm going to do. Oh, I've started also tracking some other data. So anywho, all that to say that this back section is really what I've got my eye on, and it looks awfully small because I have removed a lot and moved it to other places. So I've got a lot of this page. So I'm excited about this because of how slim it is, how sturdy this is, and the back section. So I am open to some ideas from here. And I will, now that it's in my hands, I may do a little research. A lot of people use Hobonichi Weeks to track this kind of data. It's just a perfect size for that. So I will probably do a lot of Pinterest ideas and see what I can find. But this is so fat because for a while when I was taping these in, boy, but I had gotten so far behind because it was so complicated to draw them out. And I was in a busy stage of life that I just quit doing it. And then when my job kind of settled in and I had a little downtime, I was able to go in and fill all these out. So it shouldn't take long to put the data in when I sit down and decide to do it. But anyway, I'm rambling. But I like how slim this is and how well it fits in my bag. And so I'm looking forward to using this next year. And I will evolve probably in my ideas of how I want to use it. But the back section, I'm sure will stay the same as this because it works well. And my monthly section will stay the same because I like tracking things there. I was initially wanting to use this section to do my steps for every day, but it didn't really visually, like I started and I could fill it in because I've got all the data. But I didn't feel like this told me anything. I think it looks better on a graph, in a graph format. So I may find a way to draw some simple graphs that don't require a lot of thought and work. I may set up some simple graphs on the side to show what I'm doing each week. I don't know. I will be seeking inspiration. If you have any ideas, drop some comments. Give me some ideas. I would love to explore what other people are using this for. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh, and then this is your little thing. Last time I put it in and I was annoyed. Oh yeah, I put it in here. Don't ever put it there, just because it doubles whatever your cover is doing. So I think instead of putting it there, I'm going to put it here in the front, because that way if something falls out, it's falling into here and not falling out of your book, like if I put it like this. And I also saw somebody say, do it like this, because for whatever reason. Anyway, it'll either go here or here. But anyway, I just really love this design, and I'm so excited it came. And guys, look how slim this is. It's just, I don't anticipate putting a lot of stickers in here. The one thing I did consistently in here that I may continue doing is a photograph of what I look like. I don't do it every week just because I never remember, but I plan to do that in here. But other than that, I don't want to put too much. I don't want it to bulk up. The fact that it's slim is good. Now, let's look at this cover that I ordered for it. The one I have here was a generic one that was supposed to fit the weeks, and it fit fine. But it's kind of milky, and I'm not a huge fan of how that looks. So let's see how this one, again, this is supposed to fit it, but it's not made by Hobonichi. Okay, that goes up in there. I like that it has a pen loop. That's important. Okay, let's see if we can get this one in. These books are a little easier to put in because they have the hard cardboard covers. Okay, look at that. That fits really nicely. I've got a pen loop here. These little strings in. The strings are not really something that's helpful to me. I like-y. I kind of like that there. I'm just going to put it in. See if I have enough fingernail to separate these two things. It's a sticky. Starting. There we go. Okay. All right, so that gives me a place to put, I'll put this here for now just to mark it. It's just so pretty to me. Okay, so that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are going to be using for health and fitness. I might even make a little sticker that I stick in there, but I really like this, the way this looks. And if we move this over, that will bulk it up a little bit. But they are designed to fit in here. They are a little bit smaller than the weeks. Did definitely bulk it up a little bit. We'll see. I am not necessarily doing a ton of these exercises anymore. I act like somebody who has a skin connective tissue disorder. DNA says I don't, but it's very easy for me to injure my abdominal wall. And so I'm just very careful with the type of exercise I'm doing because the stuff I'm doing to strengthen it sometimes backfires a little bit. So anyway, I'm excited. This is so cute. These will be my two things I take back and forth. I may just leave this at home. I may not take it back and forth. This may be more of a, rather than take it with me all the time, something that I just come and fill out with the data later. I don't know. I have this set up to do my Appalachian Trail here, but I might skip that and not do it. Again, it's like, ideally, I would have this layout in the week section of here. I mean, that would be the planner paper test. If you want to make this as a planner in the N1 size, honey, I will be your biggest fan, because I just love that these charts are all in here. It makes graphing and things so perfect. But unfortunately, she does not. Now, the other option I have, but it would bulk it up, is I do have clear washi stickers that are full page, so I could, in theory, print off some of these to slap into something like this maybe for next year, and that would keep it smaller. I don't know, but as thick as this got, this is real paper, printer paper, so that definitely makes it bulky, and it was just like 3 months worth. Let's see, how long did I do this? I started in the end of May, week 22 to week 36. So just 14 weeks, like 1/4, 3 months, basically 3 months worth. And it really, really bulked it up. So I'm kind of shy away from doing that sort of thing. If I could find a way to make a stamp, like a stamp in there, that would be cool. But I don't have anything like that figured out as yet. So anyway, wish me luck as I go into, just got a couple more weeks of December, and then this thing will be, I could start now because they do start in December. You do have a month spread for December, and your weeks, let's see. Yeah, this is last week, and this is this week. I should do that. I should play around with some stuff in December, but, finish this one out. That would be what a smart person would do. All right, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry I'm rambling so much because I'm thinking. Ideas hit me while I'm in mid-sentence, and sometimes they derail me completely. So I apologize for my scattered brain right now. But I'm very excited to dive into 2026 in this favorite classic Hobonichi Weeks.